Hey guys, we're here with even more news. I'm about to pass out. Cause if you make the screen bigger, you'll see it's 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm not sleeping at night, so I'm not sleeping at all at night. So let's just get into the news. This is for the Duelist Advent. This is info on the cards that are actually in that set, and it looks like Konami's actually continuing on with Exceeds and Synchros, and the possibility, probably because we haven't seen them yet, the Pendulum monsters, as well as getting Fusion Ritual support, which is really nice. So let's go into this. We have Stella Knight, which I don't know. I wish I made that up. It sounds like something from the 80s. We have Stella Knight archetype, and the first one is a rank 4 that requires 3 monsters. Now you're probably going, well, that sucks because, well, it requires 3 monsters. Well, actually, it's pretty freaking good. When this card has Exceed material, when you normal or special summon a monster, your opponent cannot activate cards, which means they can't, drop Veilers and Maxis, and they can't play Black Horns of Heaven and all that fun jizzy jazzy. So this card just laughs at that. And you can detach 1 Exceed from this card and target one card on the field and destroy it. So it basically says, 1, as long as I got at least 1 Exceed material on here, you can't do squat when I normal or special summon. And 2, I get to pop stuff. How can this card get any better? Well, if this card's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special 1 Telenite from monster from your deck or your hand. Now, I don't know what in the world the Telenite is. That's something new. Have to see when it's fully revealed. And then we have Stella Knight's Bridge, which is a quick play spell card. You can only activate 1. Stella Knight's, I can't even pronounce that first part. It's 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm not even going to attempt it. Sorry. You target 1 Telenite monster you control, special 1 Telenite monster with a different name from your deck. So pretty much like an emergency teleport. If I'm reading it right, remember, it's 4 in the morning. I'm exhausted, and I'm just about ready to pass out. And if you do shuffle that target monster into the deck, okay, so it's kind of like it. While that special monster is face up, you cannot special summon monsters except for Telenite monsters. Excuse me. Stomach's going a little nuts. I don't know what to think of it. I'm gonna have to see more of that before I can make my mind on it. Then we have Sacred Consolation Factor, if I'm reading that right. It's a counter trap card. When it affects monster effect or a spell or a trap is activated, you can send 1 Telenite monster you control to the graveyard, negate that activation. If you do, destroy that card, then draw 1. So it negates it. You basically send a monster, so you're not really tributing it. And on top of that, you draw a card. That's extremely useful for a deck that's just getting ready to come out. It's like I want to say it's like Constellars. I'm pulling it up now as best as I can. So that looks pretty cool. It looks like, Constellars reborn in a way. At least to me, it looks something like Omega, Constellar Omega. Not to be confused with the Epic Omega, who does stuff for our channel. And then we have Eshadol Mirage, something along those lines. It's a level 5 fusion. Now, you're like, whoa, fusions! Where in the world is this coming from? This card is actually extremely good. It requires 1 Shadow Duel monster. We haven't seen that either, but pretty much we have 2 new archetypes in this set. And 1 Dark monster. So it kind of screams splashability at first glance, but we'll have to see where it goes. Must be fusion summoning, cannot be special summoned by other ways, cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. While this card is in your monster zone, neither player can special summon more than 1 monster per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Shadow Duel spell or trap in your graveyard and add a target to your hand. At least for me, that screams extremely good. Because when I think about specialing a monster, I'm going to go for the 2 specials to, get over this thing. So pretty much what this thing does, it hard counters a lot of stuff. But it's a fusion, so it's kind of balanced, I guess. And it's hard to get out. I'm just going to call this card Sapphire right here. It actually has my name on it, RYU. And it's a dragon, oddly enough. It's a ritual. It's level 6. Can only be ritual summoned with the Song of Blessing. You can use the effect of Ryu Kenshin Sapphire once per turn. During the end phase of the turn, when this card is ritual summoned, also during the end phase of a turn, a light monster sent from your hand to or the deck to the graveyard while this card was face up. Lights on. Let me just quickly say that if this is used in Fables, somehow used in Fables, then there's a strong possibility the deck can become extremely strong. But it's, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's an end phase, so you would have to use something like Urgent Tuning or something silly along those lines to get fully to go. But I really do like the effect. It's you get to activate one of the effects according to what I said prior to actually cutting myself off to mention how broken it'd be probably in Fables, like, you know, possibility wise. You can I'll start with the bottom one. You can add one light monster from your graveyard to your hand. Grab that JD. Discard one random card from your opponent's hand. It would help Dark Worlds more than anything. And draw 2 cards, then discard 1. You get to choose one of those. I'd probably go with the draw 2 cards, discard 1. That is really good, something else. That is one heck of a card. And then we have another dragon. This one is a Synchro, level 5, 100 attack, 2600 defense. So it's more of a defensive monster. Not going to really do much there. You can only use the effect of the Reincarnation Dragon Samsara. It's Samsara, so I'm reading it as Samsara. Once returned, if this card in the field is sent to the graveyard by opponent's card effect or being destroyed by battle, you can target one monster in either player's graveyard except this card and special that monster. I kind of am both ways on this because it feels like, okay, I could play Foolish Burial and get a Red Eyes Darkness, you know, from the graveyard and stuff. It's generic. I feel really good. I feel it's gonna be a really good card. I just don't know how far it's gonna take it. But there's plenty of time to talk about it. And then we have Static Knights Vega, which you can only use the effect of it once per turn. When this card is summoned, you can special one monster other than Vega from your hand. So, kind of like Constellars. I guess these guys are the reborn Constellars. They come in the booster pack. And then we get to the next one. You can use the effect once per turn. When this card is normal summon, you can add one monster from your deck, Stellar Knight, to your hand. Only once per turn. Then we get to the, if I'm not reading this wrong because it's 4 in the morning and my eyes are squinting, Altair. I think it's Alter. But you can only use the effect of it once per turn. When this card is summoned, you can target one satellite monster in your graveyard except this card. Special that monster face at defensive position. If you do, other monsters you control other than this cannot attack for the rest of the turn. I actually like that. It's pretty cool. So if you like what you saw, do me one favor, please. There's going to be links down below to all the news in each video. As the videos come out, I will put it in the comments. That it will be a direct link to everything, and all you need to do is push it to watch it, so you can get caught up on everything. It's like a poop ton of new stuff. I have been on Yugi514's channel. He's been on mine, and there'll be a huge coffee time covering 90% of this. Because I'm going to save on the pack. I'm going to wait on that because I have a lot to talk about that, but plenty of time. It's pretty much Constellars 2.0. That's what a lot of people here are saying, and I agree with them. It really is like Constellars 2.0, but you guys let me know what you think down below. I'm going to head off to bed for once in my life because it's 4 a.m. officially. You could see it if you make the screen bigger. It's 4 a.m. And thank you guys for the continued support and getting us past 2,000. I just wanted to really say that, and I'll catch you next video. I'm Reed for TheYugiohCouncil. If you like what we saw, make sure to subscribe for more. And we have super special videos coming out for you guys who have been around with myself for a long time. Like, say 4 years ago, we got a little something special coming up, a little retro video coming up. But you'll know soon. I'll catch you next video. Peace.